Eternity's Shadows, The Haunting Chronicles, Episode 2, The First Night of Terror. The locked door trembles, and something fights to break free. Alex sat in his dimly lit apartment, his fingers gripping the mysterious key tighter than ever. The cold metal pulsed against his palm, an unnatural heat radiating from within. The locked door, the one he had sealed using the key, stood silent for hours. But now, something was changing. A deep, guttural knock came from the other side. Not a human knock. The sound was wet, distorted, hungry. Lily's breath caught in her throat as she turned toward the door. Alex, something's still in there. Mark and Jason exchanged uneasy glances. "I thought you said the key locked it," Jason muttered, his voice barely above a whisper. Alex didn't respond. He knew the key had done something. It had sealed the spirits inside, but not destroyed them. Another knock, louder, faster. The walls trembled, the shadows stretching unnaturally as if something on the other side was pressing against reality itself. Then came the whispering. Dozens of voices, no, hundreds, began murmuring behind the door, their overlapping words an incomprehensible blend of anger, sadness, and pain. The whispers grew louder until they merged into a terrifying chorus. Lily backed away, clutching Alex's arm. "It sounds like they're trying to get out." The door shuddered violently, the wood splintering as long, jagged cracks spread across its surface. Alex could feel it. The barrier was weakening. The key in his hand grew unbearably hot, glowing with an eerie, pale light. The door rattled harder, then stopped. Silence fell, but in the reflection of the apartment window, Alex saw it, something standing behind them. She senses something watching them, but refuses to leave Alex. Lily's hand tightened around Alex's wrist. "Alex," she whispered, barely able to breathe. "Look in the window." Alex turned his head slightly, his heartbeat hammering in his chest. In the glass behind them stood a figure. It was tall, unnatural, its body shifting like black smoke. No face, no features, just two glowing white eyes that pierced through the darkness. Mark's breath hitched. "What the hell is that?" Jason took a slow step back, but the thing moved with him. Its form pulsed, stretching like liquid shadow, its presence making the air heavy and suffocating. Then it smiled. Not with a mouth, but with its eyes. Lily clenched Alex's hand. "I don't want to be here, Alex. Please, let's go." But Alex couldn't move. He wasn't sure if he was frozen from fear or if the thing was holding them in place. Then the lights flickered. The shadow lunged. Mark and Jason see shadows moving on their own. The apartment was plunged into darkness. Alex's breath came in sharp gasps as he reached for Lily. "Stay close." Then he saw them. The shadows. They were moving on their own, crawling up the walls, slithering across the floor like tendrils of living darkness. Jason stumbled back, his voice trembling. "Tell me you're seeing this." Mark's hands clenched into fists. "I see it. I see all of it." The whispers returned. This time, they weren't coming from behind the door. They were in the room with them. One voice stood out among the rest, a woman's voice. "Let me out, Alex." Lily gasped. Who was that? Alex didn't know, but the shadows coiled around his ankles. The shadows lunged forward, forming hands, grabbing at Alex's throat. A ghost attacks, trying to force the door open. Alex unleashes a new power, energy chains. The room turned ice cold, not the kind of cold that came with winter winds or an open window. This was deeper, wrong, It pressed into Alex's skin, sank into his bones. The air was thick, too thick. Every breath he took felt like inhaling water. Then, from the fractured door, something stepped through. It didn't walk. It glided. Its body was wrong, twisted, stretched in places where it shouldn't be. Thin, bony arms dragged behind it, the fingers too long, scraping against the floor. Its face, or what should have been a face, was a black void, a hole stretching inward forever. And then it smiled. Not with lips. Its entire head split open, revealing jagged teeth spiraling endlessly inside. "Alex!" The voice was inside his head. Lily screamed. She clutched Alex's arm so tightly he could feel her nails digging into his skin. Jason froze in place. Mark stumbled backward, hitting the wall, his voice strangled in terror. "What the hell is that?" The ghost tilted its head, slowly, wrongly. Then it rushed forward. Lily's fear grows. She watches Alex change. Lily felt her breath leave her body as the thing lunged. It didn't move like a person. It snapped forward, its body bending at unnatural angles. "Alex, run!" But Alex didn't move. Something changed in his eyes. Lily saw it, a flash of blue light, a flicker of something not human. The ghost reached him, but Alex raised his hand. The chains exploded from his palm. Bright, burning, otherworldly. They snaked through the air, wrapping around the ghost's arms, legs, throat. It screamed. Not like a person, like 1,000 voices screaming at once. But Lily wasn't looking at the ghost anymore. She was looking at Alex. The glow in his eyes didn't fade. His body was tense, rigid, like something else had taken over. And worst of all, he wasn't afraid. Lily watches in horror as Alex pulls the chains tighter and smiles. The battle becomes more violent. Alex's powers evolve in real time. The ghost twisted violently, thrashing against the chains, its arms bent in impossible directions, its jaw unhinging like a snake. But Alex didn't let go. He pulled harder. The chains tightened, glowing brighter. The room shook violently, furniture rattling. Jason finally found his voice. "Alex, what are you doing?" Alex didn't answer. The ghost shrieked, its black hole of a mouth stretching wider. Then, it began to change. The shadows in the room rushed toward the ghost, merging with its body. Its shape bulged, expanded, twisting into something worse. Its arms grew longer, its spine cracked loudly. And then, it lunged again. Alex raised his hand, and the room exploded in white light. Alex stood in the center of the room, his chains still glowing, pulsing with unnatural energy. The ghost was gone. The door stood open now, revealing nothing but endless blackness. Jason and Mark stared at Alex like they didn't recognize him. Lily was shaking. Alex turned to her, but before he could speak, a voice whispered in his ear. "It's not over." The ghost vanished, but the key in Alex's hand began to glow. And then, the door whispered his name. What happens next? What really is Alex becoming? Can Lily still save him? Or will she become his enemy? And the worst question of all, what was inside that door? Find out in episode 3. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more terrifying episodes.